Hi everyone, here's my quick analysis of Red Velvet's Zimzalabim. So Andrew on Subtle Asian Traits said he would Venmo someone $20 if they could give a convincing musical analysis of the song, and looking for someone to use all the elements of music. So here are the 6 concepts of music as far as I'm aware. We have structure, texture, pitch, duration, timbre, and dynamics and expressive techniques. So for the structure of the piece, we have 13 different sections, or arguably 12 if you count verse 2 and pre-chorus together. There are 3 choruses. Chorus 1 and 2 are very similar, and chorus 3 is quite different. So the middle section is the most stylistically different from the rest of the piece. It's much calmer, doesn't have that strong beat that the rest of the piece does. And you can see the sections down there. I've made a bit of an Excel thing of it, so hopefully that sort of breaks it down. So for texture, we have a highly polyphonic song. Of course, we have the voices of the members of Red Velvet. We have piano, a super saw synth, a synth pad, electronic drums, miscellaneous percussive sounds, and 4 different bass sounds. Continuing with pitch, the piece is in F mixolydian, so that's notes F, G, A, B flat, C, D, and E flat. Occasional use of D flat in the accompaniment in the pre-chorus section. And in the middle and third chorus sections, we have a modulation to the tonic minor, so that's F minor. So as you can see, at the start of the piece, we have 2 flats, so we're in F mixolydian, and in the later part of the piece, we are in F minor with 4 flats. Continuing with pitch, in the piece, we have lots of sliding pitches. So the vocals feature high use of acciacaturas, they're otherwise known as grace notes, and pitch slides. And the saw bass also slides around lots, as we'll see here. This is a spectrogram analysis I did of the piece, and you can see that hive-coloured line just going, sort of waving around quite a lot. That obviously shows us that we have a non-steady bass and the pitch is sliding around a lot. So in the analysis, I've tried to replicate that with notation, although it's a bit hard, so this is the best that I could come up with. Continuing with pitch, we have the middle section, which is quite calm. I think this is the most interesting pitch feature of the piece. When it goes much calmer, we have these chords here. So we have D flat major 7, C minor 7, B flat minor 11. You can keep reading them. They're in sort of 2 keys, I guess, F minor being the main one, and there is a brief section that I've justified by saying it's D flat major, and you can see the sort of crossovers between the 2. The last chord is borrowed from the tonic major, so that's F major. It's chord 4 in the tonic major. Alright, moving on to duration. The tempo is 128 beats per minute, which is a very common house or electro tempo. The meter is 4/4. Continuing, we have highly syncopated rhythms, so that is rhythms not falling on the strong beats. Lots of use of tresillo rhythms, so that's 3 + 3 + 2, as you can see in these 2 examples. Okay, moving on to timbre. So timbre is like the way that something sounds. So I'll just analyse only one thing. That's my favourite sound in the song, and that's the synth bass at the start of the song. To me, it sounds like a timpani layered with a synth bass. The lower notes are quite boomy and resonant, which I like, and the upper notes are plucky and gritty and distorted. Going back to pitch, I quite like the fact that they've used fifths in the bass line. So we've got F, then we have C, and then we have G, and I think that's quite a nice sound that they've gone with. So moving on to dynamics and expressive techniques. There is some dynamic variation, not much, but some. As we can see from this image down here, we have a snare drum which starts off very quiet and rolls, getting louder and louder until the first verse. As well as that, like I said before, there's pitch slides and acciacaturas, which can also sort of be considered an expressive technique of sorts. So just some final notes. Bars 5 and 7 quote the piece Entrance of the Gladiators by Julius Fuchik. Most people will know that as that circus song, which, you know, is always played when clowns come out in the circus or whatnot. I guess that's the sort of circusy vibe that they're going for, especially as well in the music video. So just listen out for that. It's quite quiet, but see if you can spot that. All right, here's the piece with my score analysis.
I'm gonna 좋다 지치지 마 늘 zimzalabim zim zim zimzalabim zim zimzalabim zim zimzalabim zim zim zimzalabim zim zimzalabim zim zimzalabim zim zim zimzalabim zim zimzalabim zim zimzalabim zim zim
어머 활짝 웃는 널 봐 너무너무 깜짝 놀랐지만 그게 바로 너야 주문을 외는 순간 누구든 행복해져 나나나나나나나나야 틀에 박힌 세상 속에서 길들여진 너 매일 마냥 덤덤 날 따라해봐 뭐더 필요해? Hey girls You ready? 너 몰래 지치를 감춘 꿈만 찾아서 달려볼까 함께 나 새로운 목소리로 마음껏 외쳐 모두 이거
zimzalabim zim zimzalabim zim zimzalabim zim zim zimzalabim zim zimzalabim zim zimzalabim zim zim zimzalabim zim zimzalabim zim zimzalabim zim zim zimzalabim zim zimzalabim zim zimzalabim zim zim